So once you find that knot, you want to hold it right there, right?
Yeah, you find a good knot, like I found one here on the inside. You want to hold it for about 30 seconds. Loosen it up. The other side.
So you recommend doing the SMR before every workout?
I definitely recommend it. A lot of people when they work out a lot, especially doing legs and squats, and they get knee pain, and they think it's just the knee pain, but really it can just be some referred pain from tight muscles in the quads or the hamstrings. So if I'm rolling the quads out right below the knee, it have a huge effect on how your knee feels before and after working out. Or during. Alright, so hit the hamstrings. You get pretty decent pressure here. If you need more, you just put more body weight on that muscle. And like I said before, you find those tight spots, and you just let it sit there. Keep that pressure on for about 30 seconds until it releases.
Is there any don'ts that you don't want to do on here? Anything that you should try to stay away from, or?
Well, you want to stay away from rolling really fast. You don't want to roll fast. You want to roll really slow and be aware of where those tension spots are, and don't just fly over. Because you want to do this to help to release the pressure, not cause any other problem. So you want to take your time. It's not a race. Now working on the calves now, which is really important for mobility and any type of squat movement. So you can get the dorsiflexion. You get some mobility in those calves. A lot of people's calves get tight. Limit that flexibility.
Now, as far as the SMRs and the foam roller, you got different type of level foam rollers that you could use.
You have a lot of different foam rolls. I mean, this one is more extreme, just because it has the ridges on it. So it'll dig in a little deeper for people that's used to foam rolling, and it takes a little more pressure to get to those knots. If you're just starting off, you might just use a regular one. And you see over there, without the ridges. And you get plenty of pressure, but over time, as your body adjusts, you still need more and more pressure in order to get in here. And depending on your tightness. Alright, so another area right here is the glutes and the piriformis. So one way to do that is you situate it, say start on the right glute, and take the right leg, and pull it over to the left. So we get that stretch. You can just kind of lean into the side of that right glute on the roller, find the spot where the tension is and where the biggest stretch is. And you kind of get that stretch while at the same time allowing that pressure on the foam roll in your glute. It's great for flexibility of the hips, mobility of the hips. Most people will find that one side is tighter than the other. For mine, the right side is tighter than the left. Still want to hit both sides.
And how long will you do these SM?
All right, D is getting ready to foam roll his hip flexors muscles, starting with the left side. He's going to place it directly on the hip flexor and put the weight, the body weight that is appropriate for him on that spot and slowly roll backwards and forth, not covering a large range, not going really fast, but being sensitive to the areas that there is tension. When he finds the areas where there's most tension, then we want to sit there and just apply body weight for up to 30 seconds, just to allow that release. Now we're hitting the right hip flexor. It's a very common place for tension and lack of mobility due to most people's sitting at a desk for the majority of the day, or sitting in a car, or just sitting period too long, will keep us in constant flexion of the hips, making it so that extension of the hips is difficult through the tightness. So the foam rolling is a really good technique of loosening that up in preparation for exercise or just for daily living. Okay. All right, D is now foam rolling the lower portion of his hamstrings, just above the knee. Rolling those areas around the knee is crucial to preventing and getting in front of knee pain related to exercise or just living. As those areas get tight and knotted up, it causes a lack of function in the muscles that surround the knee. And the less muscle, the more dysfunction you have surrounding your knee and your muscles, the more pain is going to be absorbed in your knee. The more pressure is going to be absorbed into your knee. How's that feel on your spine? Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, and 15. So switch legs.
Oh yeah, this is something that's good for me, for someone that was always stiff.
Yeah.
Everybody knows I'm not doing the stretch.
do a proper warm-up, you will feel the difference once we get to our exercises. Myofascial release. So you can use a medicine ball or something like this to get into the chest. Place it against the wall and put it right into that anterior shoulder capsule where your pec minor meets your shoulder girdle. You just kind of lean your body weight into it.
And you do the same way until you find that little impingement, correct?
You roll around slowly through the pectoral area on the anterior shoulder portion. And the find knots, you just want to just allow that pressure to stay on it until it releases.
And like you said, as you find those knots, you just hold it there?
Yeah, you hold it there. And you move on to the next spot.
Would you be able to use any smaller device?
You could use something smaller. You could use like a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball. Something like this here, which I would use for smaller areas. So the chest is a pretty large area, so you could use something like this, and it could be pretty effective. But say like the elbow is a smaller area, and you can take the ball and put it right into the area where a lot of people have pain and tightness.
From those tennis elbows.
Yeah, and just put it in there and kind of roll that around. Right, changing the position of your hand in order to kind of rotate the radius to different areas where you can have knots. You can kind of come down that arm. And then all the way into the elbow. Don't overlook foam rolling. Out of here.
All right, what we're doing here is a walking lunge with rotation. You want to get a good stretch. And you're going to twist towards your forward leg. At the same time, you want to keep that core tight. Focus on that stabilization. And get that good twist with that tight core. At the same time, you still try to keep that proper lunge form.
Lunge with rotation. Now we're activating all those muscles that we foam roll. We got all the knots out. Now we're waking them back up. Getting that good flexion. Getting a good stretch on each stride. Rotating the torso with each step. Maintaining that balance. You got adductors all involved. Stabilizing that knee. And we're getting massive blood flow into those muscles in preparation for exercise. So this is part of our 10 minutes of lunge with rotation. Now see, every step is deliberate. We're taking the knee all the way down and maximizing the stretch. We're getting great activation. By doing this, make sure you push from your heels at the front, and those glutes and hamstrings are getting activated and getting ready to participate in what we have in store. Good set, D.
All right, what we're doing is the floor bridge. We're gonna do 15 with each leg. You're keeping your glutes tight, belly button to your spine, tight core, and you're just moving that hip up. So you want to try to push that belly button up to the sky while keeping your core tight. Again, this is the glute bridge. Tight core, working on that core. And next we're going straight into a Russian twist. Feet in the air. And all you want to move is just your trunk. Good work, good work. Yep. How long?
60 seconds.
All right. All right, now we're going to do a plank. 60 seconds, begin. And this is the same thing. You want to keep that core tight. You want to stay parallel. You don't want to have a sag or you don't want to have a hunch. Elbows beneath you. And you want to keep your head in that neutral position. You don't want to put no strain or no tension on it. Doing good, doing good. And we're going for 90 seconds. I think Anthony wants to do it for 120 seconds.
Where we at?
We had 60 seconds. Doing good, good form. Twenty more seconds. 15 more seconds. Doing good. 10 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work.
These doing the single leg floor bridge. We'll push from those heels, and this is getting high activation from the gluteus muscles and the hamstrings while bringing mobility to those hips. You will feel the burn. 15 other leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good, good. 10, 11, hips up. 12, 13, 14, 15. It's good, and it's going straight into the Russian twist. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, second plank, 15. Ready, and go. Want to get steady breathing, tight core. Keep everything connected, neutral spine. And to get through this time, make it faster. We want nice, deliberate breaths. It's a core stabilization exercise, but it gets us prepared for what we need to do. It's a great warm-up for us getting ready to go into resistance. We're at 40 seconds. Stay strong, keep it tight. Keep it tight. We're at 1 minute, 30 seconds left. Good, good, good. Halfway, 15 seconds left. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Yeah, proper form. Great form, great form. His lower thoracic waist down below stays firm, stays straight. He's just twisting at the core. You're gonna switch. Good form. Good form. Good extension. Good extension. Down to the waist, above the shoulders.
There we go. Call these the wood choppers. And you want to make sure when you go back to the top, you feel that stretch. You get a good stretch. Those obliques, even your shoulders, even your rear delts will get a stretch here as we do this motion. Make sure you keep the head up, the chest up, a little bend in the knees, and just focus that attention on the core muscles that we're using to bring this cord across. We're not using our shoulders, we're using our core. The shoulders are just a lever. Good, good. There you go. Good.
Chest up, push from the heels. Good dip, good dip. Romanian deadlift. Your hip hinge. Try to keep your legs straight and feel that pull in your hamstring. Good form.
All right.
Good form. You're doing a set of 10.
All right. Shoulder press. Dumbbell shoulder press, set of 10. Good form, stable core. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Side view. Squeeze at the back. There you go. Side angle. There we go. Good work.
There we go. Good, good. Full extension. Good set.
Okay. Latissimus dorsi, ball stretch. We want to hold this for 30 seconds.
We have the Adductor Magnus stretch. So right here is because the foot is in this elevated position on the box, we are getting a stretch of the adductor while simultaneously stretching the hamstrings. And also we get a little hip flexor action in there as well. You want to hold that for about 30 seconds. It's part of our cool down. Anterior capsule stretch. Stretch those pec muscles, anterior deltoids, and the further you rotate, you want to keep the elbow 90 degrees with your shoulders, and you can rotate the torso away from the arm that's being stretched, and you'll get a deeper stretch. Make sure you breathe throughout the whole process.
Kneeling hip flexor stretch, cool down. These are static stretch. We're going to switch it up. And stretch. Erector Spinae stretch. We're stretching everything out. Once you try to
Yeah.
stretch it out,
There you go.
this is how you not do it.
Erector Spinae stretch. So what we're doing here is you got the straight leg, and this left leg is being pulled over with the right hand and also pulled up at the same time towards his torso, while at the same time the left shoulder blade is being pressed against the ground. So we're keeping those shoulders flat on the ground and stretching, and you hold it for 30 seconds on each side, and you're likely, as you continue to breathe, you're likely to get a few pops in your spine, which is just kind of like a chiropractor adjustment. It's good stuff. And this, my friends, is the conclusion of our workout. We went through the warm-up with some self-myofascial release, some dynamic warm-ups, and we got into our core routine. We got into our strength training, and then in the cool down, we cool down with the same self-myofascial release that we started with, and then we move on to these static stretches that we're demonstrating right here. And at the end of this, we got a full body workout in the NASM maximum strength level. And we'll catch you next time.